Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board of the Instable. I'm very glad you volunteered for this mission. The last crew ran away! They said the ship was haunted and rambled something about pirates and sea monsters. I'm Michael, and as your captain, I guarantee you safety on board of this ship. The Instable is unsinkable and will bring us safely to our goal, Blue Water Bay. So now, I will give you all you need for your duty on the ship, and I'll teach you the basic rules for successful teamwork. To get started, let's clean up this mess and get everything prepared.
Part 1. Game Setup.
In this game, we will assume we have 8 players. Take the card and place it on one side of the map. In a game with 8 players, we will need 4 sailors, 3 pirates, and 1 cult leader. Set up 1 bag for each player. We've got the 4 sailors, 3 pirates, and 1 cult leader. Put all the tokens into the sea bags and close them tightly. Give the bags a good shuffle, and then give each player 1 bag. Now, every player may secretly have a look in their bag. This phase of the game is crucial. Do not let any players see what's inside your bag. It's a secret and only for your eyes. So in this game, I am a loyal sailor.
Part 2. The goal of the game.
If you received a sea bag with a blue token, then you belong to the team of the loyal sailors. And the goal of the loyal sailors is to reach the safe harbor of Blue Water Bay. As soon as the ship reaches one of these blue fields, the sailors win the game and the world will become a better place. The pirates, on the other hand, they want to sabotage the mission and bring the ship to Crimson Cove. As soon as the ship reaches one of these 3 red fields, the pirates win the game. There's one last special player, the cult leader. The cult leader has no interest in worldly things. He doesn't want the king's mission to be a success, and he is not interested in gold or jewelries. His true desire is to bring the ship in the center to the yellow field in the north. If that happens, the Kraken will eat the ship and the cult leader will take command over the world. You might think it's a bit of a disadvantage that the cult leader has only 1 victory field, where the other fractions have 3. But rest assured, the cult leader can win the game if he is sacrificed to the Kraken. Now how this works, as soon as the ship reaches one of these yellow Kraken tokens, the captain must feed 1 player to the Kraken. But if you accidentally feed the cult leader to the Kraken, then instantly the game is over and the cult wins the game.
God help us if we got the wrong guy.
Part 3. The night before we set sail and the secret gathering of the pirates.
So now, after everyone has received their sea bag, and before we start the game, the pirates are allowed to have a look at each other and see themselves. Okay, are you ready?
Alright.
For this, the captain asks all the players to close their eyes. We all close our eyes, everybody. And then he asks the pirates to secretly open their eyes and have a look at each other. The captain will give the pirates 10 to 20 seconds to find themselves, and then he will ask the pirates to close their eyes. Then, all players open their eyes and begin the game. Remember that the sailors and the cult leader are not allowed to open their eyes in this phase of the game. Okay, so now that the pirates know each other and the game has been set up, we are ready to begin the journey.
Part 4. Job assignment.
So now, before we execute the navigation, the captain has to assign 2 jobs, the navigator and the lieutenant. The job assignment is set up into 3 easy steps. Have a look at the back side of the captain's logbook. We got step 1, 2 and 3. In the first step of the job assignment, the captain chooses 2 players and gives one of them the navigator badge and one of them the lieutenant badge. In the second step, the crew must perform loyalty. To perform loyalty, all players will hold their fist over the table. But before that, every player may secretly hide any number of their guns into the fist. Now, when all players have their fist over the table, the captain does a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Show me your loyalty, and all players reveal their fist. If you are loyal to the captain, don't put any guns into your hand. That will prove your loyalty to the captain. But if you are suspicious and you think the captain might be a pirate, you will have a chance to mutiny against the captain and maybe be the next captain. After the fists are revealed, the captain counts the guns of all players, and then he checks the crew card. If the crew shows 4 or more guns in total, then there's a mutiny and the captain is dismissed. The player showing the most guns will be the next captain. Give that player the captain's logbook and the navigator badge and the lieutenant badge. The first of a series of mutinies was successful, and under the new captain, we sailed on, back to Bluewater Bay. Now, the new captain in command will start with step 1 and choose another 2 players and give them the lieutenant badge and the navigator. These job assignment steps are repeated until the crew proves loyalty and no mutiny happens. If the crew is happy with their captain and no mutiny happens, then the third step is executed and we execute the navigation.
Part 5. Navigation steps.
The navigation of the instable is executed in 4 easy steps. Step 1. Give the captain the 2 navigation cards from the map archive. Now the captain may have a look at those 2 cards. These cards are top secret and the captain must hide them away from the eyes of the other players. The captain chooses 1 card and places it into the captain's logbook. The other card the captain discards into the deep sea. In the second step, the lieutenant does the exact same. Give the lieutenant the top 2 cards from the map archive. The lieutenant has a secret look inside the cards, discards 1 into the deep sea and places the other card into the captain's logbook. The captain makes sure that they place their cards left and right into the captain's logbook. Then the captain closes the book and gives it a little shake to mix the cards. Now the logbook is given to the navigator, and the navigator can have a look inside the book and see the orders the captain and the lieutenant gave him. Now, because the navigator is a pirate, he discards the yellow navigation card and puts the red card into the logbook. The navigator gives the logbook back to the captain, and then the captain has the honor to reveal the card to the entire crew. The last step of the navigation is to execute the movement steps. The first movement step is to move the ship indicated by the color code of the card. Have a look at the color-coded arrows on the board. A red navigation card will trigger the ship to move in the direction indicated by the red arrow. The second step will be to execute any map action we found on the new spot. For example, the cabin search or the Feed the Kraken tokens. The third step is to execute the action on the navigation card. In this case, we've got the rum bottles. The rum bottles indicate that the captain woke up next morning totally drunk, and if you found drunk on duty, that's bad news. In the captain's logbook, you can find the rules for all navigation symbols. Okay sailors, these were the basic steps to performing the navigation. Continue the navigation until you reach Bluewater Bay, Crimson Cove, or the Kraken.
Map actions.
Curious sailors on board will be asking themselves what the map actions are for. Well, if the ship moves to one of these magnifying glasses, the captain will get the magnifying glass and is allowed to perform a cabin search. The captain can choose any player and give the chosen player the magnifying glass. Then he's allowed to perform a cabin search. All players close their eyes and the captain has a secret look into the sea bag, revealing the true identity of that player. If the ship hits one of the Feed the Kraken tokens, you already know what happens. The captain has to choose one player and feed that player to the Kraken. The player is out of the game and must remain silent, but his soul is not lost. The player still wins with his team at the end of the game.
Part 6. How to use your character card.
At the beginning of the game, every player receives a character card. I am the Peacemaker. Every character card can be activated once in a game. To do that, you reveal your card and read the text to the other players. So with a Peacemaker, you can prevent a mutiny. This will be very helpful if you are the captain and you know that the crew's loyalty is not on your side. But be careful, usually you can activate your character card only once in the game. When you have used your ability, you can't use it a second time. Be sure to use your character card in the moment where it counts. Don't just throw your ability away. There will be a moment where you will need a Peacemaker.
Now you are ready for Feed the Kraken.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need to know to set sail on the Instable. Before I say goodbye, I would like to give you a bit of strategy advice. If you are a loyal sailor, then there's usually no reason to lie. Your goal will be to find your teammates and identify the other loyal sailors. Stick together and build an alliance of trust. On the other hand, if you are a pirate, then you will have to bluff and lie. As soon as you see sailors bonding together, go out, bring confusion to the crew, and spread lies. As the cult leader, you have the hardest mission. Your goal will be to balance the forces between the pirates and the sailors. You must not allow any side to get too strong. You want to sail right into the center, or you want to bring confusion to the teams, and you want them to sacrifice you to your lord, the Kraken. Sailors, that's it for now. See you at Blue Water Bay, and may the Kraken be with you.
Feed the Kraken.
You are the chosen child of the seven seas. Now go and conquer the world.